That'll
dude, why is this guy
just... Those guys keep taking a sweet
you
time.
had a whole window down the entire court. He's like, huh?
I don't know. I think I really want the ball.
Yeah, I saw The Force Awakens last week. That joke lines up. This is like 2016,
That's true,
so I think it kind of lines up a little bit. Wasn't that like 2015?
I think it was, yeah.
Man, back then there was so much potential.
Gosh, and
you're
honestly,
thinking like the whole sequel trilogy would be good. The Clone Wars was gone, but Rebels was good.
Yeah, and we left The Force Awakens thinking, yeah, that was a good
Saw
time.
it 4 times in theaters.
Did you really?
4 times. I loved it. I loved The Force Awakens so much.
And when you saw The Last Jedi, how many times did you see that?
Once in theaters.
Oh, shit.
Once. And I walked away disappointed.
That's such a bummer.
Yep. How many times did you see it in theaters?
Once out of pure rage. It was just... I left the theater.
What does he do? Yeah, that's right. I killed him. I killed that man. What do you want? I'd do it again, too.
Wow.
Are you not entertained?
You want to know how many times I saw it in theaters?
0.
0, yeah.
But yeah.
Bad hype for it.
I've watched The Last Jedi since then. You know, I think I saw it twice in theaters, actually. I think I went back and tried to watch it again.
Okay.
And my thing with it is that on its own as a film, I don't actually think it's that bad. But in the terms of like all Star Wars and Luke Skywalker being one of my favorite characters of all time, I just think it was mishandled. Like, I just genuinely think it was mishandled. I think that to me, it falls... What were you doing? Trying to get, like, a little kiss in there? Settle down. Well, I think that it falls into the M. Night Shyamalan trap, where when M. Night Shyamalan is good, he's good. And, like, as much as I don't love Rian Johnson's attitude, because I don't. Because, like, he's been a bit
He
of a
was so
toxic...
bad on Twitter afterwards.
Oh, yeah. He, like, people were toxic to him, but he was, too. And as much as I don't like his attitude... I've heard movies like Knives Out and some of the other stuff he's done are great. You know, like...
I like Knives Out a lot. Yeah, that was a fun one.
And that was him. You know, that was Rian
I
Johnson.
didn't know that was him, actually.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so that's what I'm saying is, like, I've heard that stuff is good. Like, as a filmmaker, that he's not a bad filmmaker. But to me, M. Night Shyamalan's the same way. When M. Night is great, he's great. But he has this idea in his head of unexpected equals good. And it doesn't. It can be. It can be good. Like, if you do things that are unexpected, they can absolutely elevate a movie and make it better.
Sure.
They can also be bad. You know, like if I make a video and then randomly in the middle of the video I scream waffles and I rip my shirt off and then I run out of the room and I end my review, that's not necessarily a good video game review just because I did something unexpected.
Right.
Same as like making Luke Skywalker just kind of a quitter, or, you know what I mean? Like stuff like that. It's just... And
wait, did he direct that? M. Night Shyamalan?
No. Rian Johnson did. And that's what I'm saying is that they direct things in the same way, where like Glass, without saying anything about it because Jill hasn't seen it yet, Glass is such a good setup for a lot of it. And there was so much good setup in 7 to 8, you know, from J.J. Abrams to Rian Johnson.
By Glass, do you mean the setup into Glass?
No. I mean,
or do you mean split?
We're ignoring these guys. There was a lot of good setup in episode 7 to episode 8.
Yeah.
Just like there was a lot of good setup previously in the Unbreakable universe to Glass. Right?
Gotcha.
So you have this build up there, and then you start it out, and you're thinking, okay, well, we can go somewhere with this. But then you don't know where to take it, so you just do something unexpected to be like, see, it's different. Different doesn't always mean it's good. Sometimes different is not good. It's very dependent on the quality of the writing. And when the quality of your writing is basically, by the way, that iconic character you grew up with just kind of, oh, my phone's going off, just kind of gave up and, like, acted out of character for a while, and maybe he changed, maybe that's part of it, fine, maybe, you know, real people can do that. It doesn't feel like it does in something like Logan, where you always have that in the background, you know, you have that quitter, I mean, not to be mean to Logan, but like where he's walked away from people so many times,
right,
and he's like lost so many people and stuff like that. Luke didn't have that. If anything, he was more optimistic than ever at the end of 6, and now they're going back. Why is Bill Clinton trying to recruit us?
I don't know.
I gotta be honest with you, I did not sleep with that woman, especially not at Kansas, but I will tell you this, there are plenty of women you can sleep with at Kansas. I can line you up, I can help you out, it's gonna be great.
Why do they call you Freck?
Freak, that's freak.
Frick.
Frick. Frick. Frequency vibration. No, but, you know, now, dude, you know that they know they messed up. Like, every time they bring Luke back in something, he's old Luke. He's episode 6 Luke, or better.
Yeah.
Like, they just go back to that same one. And
They've ignored that entirely, yeah.
but they can't do anything about it because it still leads to that ending. And there's a lot of people now who just don't care. Like, because, like, Kenobi, you know, for Obi-Wan Kenobi, people cared because they loved 3. And,
Yes.
and they love those characters and they love Clone Wars and stuff. But you look at now, there are people who are huge fans of Luke that they could announce an animated Luke Skywalker cartoon taking place in the same style of Clone Wars 5 years after episode 6, you know, somewhere in there, like a little bit after Mando, because I think Mando's 3 years. So you say a couple years after that.
Sure.
And there would be actual people not interested because they know where it leads. They know where he ends up. And to them, it's so frustrating where he ends up that it just doesn't feel like it's worth buying in. You know, it would be like if you went into any movie knowing, well, this character ends up in a position I absolutely hate and I don't like the writing of. You almost feel like there's no point to buy into the rest of it.
Mm-hmm.
And there's so many people now who just don't care. Because, like, at least Obi-Wan, people liked him. People liked him in 1, 2, and 3. Even the people who didn't like 1 and 2 liked him in 1, 2, and 3. They liked Clone Wars a lot. And, you know, they liked 4. They liked Alec Guinness.
Yes.
His rendition of that character in 4. So when Obi-Wan Kenobi's coming out, it's like, I liked where he was. I like where he ends up. The most damage you can do here is, I don't like where he was at this chapter in his life. You know what I mean?
Right.
They have the beginning, they have the end, they know they like him.
That's already established at that point, yeah.
So they're willing to buy in. But if you did that now with Luke, so many people hate the ending, they wouldn't even care. You know? And it just sucks.
They should have had J.J. Abrams direct that movie.
They should have, but like...
All 3 of them, honestly, yeah.
I mean, I don't even love J.J. Abrams either. He straight up admitted that he's not... They straight up admitted that he didn't have a plan for them either.
For the sequels, he didn't?
Yeah. None of them did. He just set stuff up for whoever wanted to take it somewhere. Like, they admitted this in an interview about a year ago.
So the plan was never for him to do the entire... Was the original plan for there to be 3 separate directors?
Yeah, it was going to be Colin Trevorrow for the last one. What sucks is the last one seemed like it was going to be better than Rise of Skywalker ended up being. By the way,
What was
I
was it
liked
supposed
Rise
to
of
be?
Skywalker.
I didn't mind Rise of Skywalker at all. I thought the Chewie thing was stupid, but yeah, other than that, it was... But, like, why... What was it supposed to be?
It was supposed
Colin
to be...
Trevorrow.
Oh, by the way, the story of this, since for the one person out there who cares, basically our best friend is just kind of a tool who's messing around all the time, and our sister wants him to take this game seriously, which, it's a high school game, and they're not doing anything, so I don't get it.
And no, this really matters. He's a friend of Freak, and that's important.
Their behavior in the crowd matters. You can see here that the cheerleaders relocated yet again.
To get away
to
from
try
that
and
guy.
get away with Primus' friend. No, 9 was going to be that
Pass?
Rey was not going to be a Jedi, actually. She also wasn't going to be a Sith. She was going to be like Ahsoka. She was going to be a gray Jedi, essentially. Where, like, she is a Jedi, but she doesn't fully follow the tenets of the Order and believes more in balance. She was going to have a double-bladed blue lightsaber. She was going to wear black, kind of like Luke did in 6. They were going to do stuff with Luke confronting Kylo Ren, and Kylo Ren, to my understanding, not being redeemed. So what was going to happen was Luke was going to stick around and torture Kylo Ren, kind of like he said he would.
Jeez.
Because what he was going to do was he was going to appear to Kylo Ren as a Force ghost and keep trying to convince him to come back to the light side, like kind of like, you know, messing with him.
Yeah.
And there was even a scene shown in the concept art where Kylo gets so angry at Luke's Force ghost, he pulls his lightsaber out and tries to hit him, and Luke just catches it. Like,
What?
just straight up, because that's how powerful the Force ghosts were. You know, like, they had established a bunch of Force ghost stuff in 8 that was actually good with Yoda, you know.
That was fantastic, I agree.
Where they were kind of setting it up for that with Trevorrow and some of the new ideas and stuff like that. And then they backtracked on it because of everything that went wrong with 8.
Why did they not want Trevorrow, though?
I don't know, because what sucks is that I like 9, but his ideas seemed better. Like, I don't want to say too much, because for some reason Jill is here and not leaving. No offense, Jill. So,
I wanted to sit with you.
that's okay.
I was sick all day.
I know. That's okay. I was just saying I don't want to spoil Star Wars for you. Here, why don't you move over a
I
little?
don't really give a shit about Rey, to be honest.
I like Rey.
I like her, but I feel like the things that I'm hearing right now of those ideas sound way better than everything that happened. So
Well, basically, they set up a lot of stuff, and with that, You know the villain that they end up bringing back to try and tie everything together?
Yes.
In 9?
Yeah.
That wasn't going to be a thing at all.
I really wish it wouldn't have been, but
See, you know what's weird about that? That's one of the few things I like in 9.
Really?
Yeah, because I think it at least makes it make more sense.
It does. It definitely felt like a Band-Aid over it for sure.
But would you rather have the Band-Aid or would you rather just have an open wound?
Yeah.
I'd rather have the Band-Aid.
Yeah, I guess.
You know, I don't... Oh, man. That guy stomped
Come
on his
on, man.
balls, too. He's like, you're not reproducing. Yeah, I don't know. To me, you know, that stuff, it's just frustrating because, oh, man, that arm was phasing out of reality.
No, that's really good defense is what that is.
Because I still like 9 for what it is, and I like the last 25 minutes of 8. So, Crate.
Yes.
I like Crate on.
Crate was cool. I agree.
Even Luke there. I like Luke there, too.
I didn't mind that, and I didn't hate what they did with Luke. I didn't love it at the time, but, like, now I don't despise it, but it just, I don't know.
Like, overall or on Crate?
No, just like his, I guess the end of the movie.
Yeah, the end of the movie I liked, but I didn't like him being a quitter at the beginning.
Well, that was my biggest problem. Is it felt like they completely. I mean, 3 movies of development for him into what he became in 6, and then in 8 they basically were like, we're going to go back to what he was in 4, which was kind of a whiny baby. Was essentially what it was in 4 for a lot of it, and then he develops into this awesome Jedi Master by the end of it in Episode 6, and then they're like, we're going to go backwards and completely eliminate all of that for. What reason? They didn't really...
Drama?
Yeah,
I
like
don't
that's
know.
pretty much it. Like, I don't know.
They should rehire Daisy Ridley and make, like, 8 and 9 again. But just say, like, the real Episode 8 in the beginning instead of just Episode 8.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? If they redid 8 and 9, I'd be fine with it.
They could do like they did with Suicide Squad and do the Last Jedi. And
Yeah.
I would legitimately be fine with them undoing 8 and 9.
wasn't there a massive petition to do that?
Yeah, but they won't.
No.
And, you know, I think that people, they have such, Can I play some?
Oh, of course, I
Is the
insist.
game end? Or is it over?
No, we're up by 3
Okay.
into the second half.
So, one thing with those movies, too, is that people always make excuses, too. You know what they say? They say, well, Obi-Wan quit, he went into exile. And they say, well, Yoda quit, he went into exile. Sure, but they had a purpose to it. Like, I get that Luke was still learning about the Jedi. Fine. He was still reading the books and stuff. Fine. But he had no interest in rebuilding the Order. He just wanted to let the Jedi end with him. He was going to learn more about the Jedi, keep studying them, and all that stuff. But he wasn't ever going to train anyone again. He wasn't going to get involved in the galaxy.
So why did he? Did they explain that? Or was it just
Why did he what?
get involved with rebuilding it?
No. I'm talking about in 8.
Oh, right,
remember
yeah,
when he had quit, and then basically they established that he was still reading the books and still doing all that stuff on Octo. But the thing is that he was just doing it for him.
Oh, sure.
And what I'm saying with that is, what frustrates me is that Obi-Wan wasn't just doing it for him. Obi-Wan was watching over Luke on Tatooine.
Right.
Obi-Wan had purpose to what he was doing. Yoda, his whole purpose to exiling himself and staying alive was to be a potential teacher in the future for future Jedi to seek out. He still wanted to teach.
Right.
He just didn't seek out students because he would get killed, and so would those students. So he was waiting for a time when they could find him. You know what I mean?
What a shot!
And that's what I'm saying is that when people say, like, well, Yoda quit, well, Luke quit, it's like, or I'm sorry, well, Yoda quit, well, Obi-Wan quit. It's like, but they didn't. They went into exile to not die, to help the future of the Jedi. Luke went into exile to not help anyone. He was just going to be done.
Right.
And so to
Called
me,
stealth tactics.
so to me, that's not a fair comparison.
Yeah.
You know, like that they had a purpose to why they went into exile, to what they were doing, and
Oh, that's good. That's good. Free throws, baby.
and they were going to help the future of the galaxy still.
I see.
And Luke, it just genuinely doesn't seem like he was. He wasn't waiting for a student. He wasn't waiting to help. He had just kind of given up. And I get that you can have characters give up. Fine. Like Logan's like that in Logan. But Luke just is never set up to me in a way where he would do that. And he's still not, by the way, in the other shows he winds up in now after 6. He's still not at all set up to as someone who would give up.
Right.
And so that to me just is what feels like out of character and frustrating because you basically have to take this iconic character whose whole point is never quit and make him quit. It'd be like having Superman quit.
Yeah.
You can do it. You can have him lose faith for a little bit, but 10 years? That's not a little bit.
No, and like you said, with like Logan and characters like Logan, it's pretty established that he would back up, do his own thing, and not really. He doesn't even like people in the first place. So him backing up and distancing himself, especially after the events that happened in that universe, it absolutely fits his character and makes sense and is very believable for the audience. With Luke, that doesn't really fit at all. So it just felt like an odd writing choice, and it almost felt like they didn't even really understand the character when they did it. Like, it felt like it was just kind of like, we want this for the story, and this is what has to happen, regardless of what we've established previously in the other films with Luke, which is not, like, that's
So
just...
let's make every Luke fan angry.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well,
Like,
that's what frustrates me, is that movie could have been mediocrely written, but if they had handled him a lot better, I think everybody would have been fine.
Yeah.
I think that his mishandling is so weird because I genuinely think they handled Han Solo really well in 7.
I thought that was fine. I actually liked that.
Done really well.
Yeah.
Really well. And
7
actually,
was a good movie. I like 7.
It is. And I think that Leia is handled decently in those movies too, believe it or not. I mean, there's some weird stuff with her in 8, but overall, they were respectful of Carrie Fisher, of her character.
I can't believe they fucked it up and then she died so they can't even reshoot her parts.
But what sucks is, like, yeah, I don't know. They never would have done it anyway, though.
Yeah.
They never would have gone back and decanonized 7 and 8 and 9. I do think people lump 9 though in with 8, and that's kind of disappointing to me. Because I understand it because it's a trilogy, but like you don't hate episode 3 because episode 1 was bad.
Right.
Or like mediocre, I guess I should say. So to me, it's kind of one of those things where I think that they should be split up a little bit. Like, I think 7 is great, 8 is okay, but it pisses me off with Luke, and I think 9 is a decent movie. Like, it's fun. It does some things really well. It does some things okay. It doesn't really do anything horribly, but like it's just kind of a mid movie.
That's exactly, honestly, that's how I look at it. I enjoy 7. It feels like such a cool, like, solid launching point for the trilogy. 8, for me, I hated 8. I didn't like 8. The only part that I did like was on Crate, was the final scenes. There was actually some really cool stuff that happened there, but for the most part, I can't get past the casino scene. I can't get past some of the dialogue. I can't get past that purple-haired general on the ship. That's who it is. Awful. So, like, there were some really, really bad things going on there that I didn't enjoy the movie. But then 9 felt kind of like, I don't know, I know I said it before, but it really felt like it was kind of a Band-Aid over everything that they messed up in 8. So it didn't even really feel like, I didn't even really blame 9 for not being an amazing movie, because it felt like it was just trying to cover up for the previous movie.
It was trying to be 2 movies.
Yeah, and that's like, it was trying to fix everything and fit so many things in to tie up so many loose ends that were created by 8. So it's like, it's like the movie was handicapped going into being made. So I don't blame 9 at all for being mediocre, but it still is mediocre.
I agree.
I was wondering, does Kylo Ren just copy Darth Vader and kill all the Jedi? Like, is he just Darth Vader Part 2?
I ran into the crowd.
Oh, guys, I'm sorry about that. Freak, get out of there. the ball's on the other end of the court. He's copping a feel on all the men in the bottom row. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry.
The other team. He just comes by with a knife and cuts all their ACLs.
Don't be mean to them.
Oh no! Oh!
Whoops, guess you lost.
Is that a foul, ref? I don't think it is.
There's nothing in the rulebook about not cutting the ACLs of the other team with a knife.
That's true.
Look at your character. He looks so scary.
Yeah, look at the coach. You're
He's a
doing like the
monster.
Seagal.
You put your finger down, weirdo. And no one pays attention to this guy. He's completely lost the locker room.
He's lost the plot.
Look at our
totally
neck beard,
too.
by the way. That is disgusting. That is so
He is a
so
monster.
vile.
Our character can see spirits. Like, he, like, sees ghosts and stuff standing behind everyone. He's, like, talking to them.
Hi.
It's like how cats and dogs, they say, can see, like the spiritual realm and stuff.
Yeah, but our guy can't.
I imagine your character talks like this.
He does talk a little like that. Hello! Hello! No, but yeah, I don't know. In conclusion, like, I feel like I could rag on Star Wars a lot. It's more just, to me, at this point, disappointing.
Yeah.
And it made me not care as much.
Nobody answered my question.
Yeah, well, the answer is yes. He's basically just Darth Vader, too.
That's shocked.
Yeah. But I think not as... obviously not quite to his standard as Darth Vader, obviously.
Because Darth Vader's my favorite.
Oh, it's...
And I
it's,
feel like they just copied him now.
Oh, and Anakin, the whole story of Anakin and Darth Vader, especially, I loved, and I know you guys haven't seen it yet, but Obi-Wan 2, I thought it was the whole series.
Obi-Wan 2?
Obi-Wan 2, yeah, I've seen it already. I watched it, it was only in Russian, but I watched it, it was really good.
I think you watched Obi-Wan.
It was weird, there were no lightsabers at all. It was really weird, dude.
Did you see my delayed just freak out a stroke there?
And you jumped like 15 seconds after he shot the ball.
Oh.
Dude, you smoked him. You went by 12. You beat Puzz. Very nicely done. Oh, defense.
I like the name Buzz.
Puzz.
It's like pus.
Oh, that
You're a
was
state
great.
champion,
Look
dude.
at that game. A game with our poop brown.
Why
What's
are there
the
only
deal with
3
that
guys?
jumping?
Yeah, the rest of the team is up in the corner just like getting water, and you guys are just jumping.
You're having way too much fun.
Yeah, Freak is the only one trying to
Did
celebrate.
you see him touch that guy?
Yeah, he had to.
Grabbed his bobs.
Yeah, he had to.
No one asked for that. Honestly, really good night.
Advance.
0 turnovers, 50% shooting. Very nicely done.
Only 50%? What if you had 100%?
That's really good. That's a really good night. That's
So are you in high school right now?
what if you did.
Well, now, yeah, college recruiting season continues.
Oh,
It
okay.
is.
Freak, thanks to you and your family very much.
I've got to be honest with you. I've got to be honest. I run a Trump University. I run
He does
Trump
look like
University. It's going to be great down there. We're going to have a lot of stuff going on. A lot of stuff. There's lots of people. Melania comes by. A little visit every week. It's going to be great. You're going to have a good time. Listen, here's the thing with it. Here's the thing. Free Trump steaks. I've still got a surplus of them from before we went out of business. Don't ask if the meat's still good. Just added seasoning to it. Just added a little flavor. I've got to be honest with you though. There's just one. What would you say? Requirement. There's one little requirement to go into Trump University. I'm gonna need you to meet me outside this building on January 6th.
Oh no.
You're gonna have to wear a Viking uniform, Freak. It's gonna be a little weird. Trust me.
Wait.
I'll be right behind you, Freak. I'll be
Sorry,
right behind
Donald,
you.
not to interrupt you.
What was that?
Why is that guy's skull sunburnt just where his head is? That is.
He fell asleep under a very weird, unique umbrella with a hole in it.
It's an
Yeah, it looks like one of my high school
unbelievable amount of
teachers.
sunburn right there.
He just saw like his entire life flash before his eyes.
So, are you more interested in UCLA or I guess as Colin Borsax?
Yeah.
Are you thinking Trump University?
Trump
is where you want to go?
University,
Oh, no brainer.
Immediately, yeah, Trump
The
University.
free steaks got me. I can't
I go
say
to
no
Trump
to that.
University.
What do you think I'm doing?
Like I said, what are you doing? Anyways, where is Freak?
Now, CC, you know your brother. He loves to make a grand entrance. He gets it from your mother. She's always showing up late for work.
I arrive when my services are needed and not before.
What's our friend's name anyway? This guy?
I thought his name was Vincent Vic Diglian or something.
Oh,
That's his full
Vin.
name. Vin Vincent Vigdiclian.
I'm gonna miss you when you.
Did you see her hair become translucent as she walked by that?
Oh, that's
Is this your adoptive family? Because nobody
Yeah.
else wanted you?
This is our adopted family. We're still hoping to sleep with our sister.
Nice.
Vic Van Leer.
Vic, go home. Why are you even here?
Yo, because I'm the cameraman. You know what? Speaking of which, Freak, you ready? Hey, these young college hotties already hit me up, man. Oh, just tell me in the world which university.
Vic, in due time. Relax, brother.
Yeah, Vic, shut up. Freak was born ready. Now make sure you don't cut off my head, because I gotta look fly.
All right, everyone, I'm ready. Vic, you rolling?
Rolling.
Hi, everyone. I'd like to thank everyone from my coaches to my teammates. You guys taught me the importance of teamwork and working together, so thank you. I'd like to give a big shout out to my main man, Vic, holding the camera down. I ain't gonna ask where you got the camera, but thanks. I'd like to thank my loving parents for sacrificing so much to provide for me and my sister. And I'd like to thank my twin, Cece.
His twin.
My
This has been an extremely tough decision. Each school was carefully considered, but I have finally decided to choose.
They don't tell you this, but like we were disfigured in a similar accident to Harvey Dent. Except it got the whole face, and they did like a very like experimental
We went to
surgery.
a back alley surgeon to get our face.
Yeah, when I say
our skin
experimental,
graft.
I mean it was literally in the suburbs in an alley, and a homeless guy did it.
And the reason you look white is because you're actually albino, but nobody knows.
The only thing is, I am Jay. That's the Jayhawks.
It honestly makes a lot of sense. It's a great program. I think it's a great fit.
There's
really.
Long Dongs. There's
I don't want to join the Wolverines. That sounds fun.
Who seems the best to you? This is 2016 season, okay?
Oh, if you join the Wildcats, we can sing that song from High School Musical.
I'm good, thanks. Now I'm not good.
I mean, we could do that, but no, I think we go with the Jayhawks. I really do. Kansas is a great program. They're always on top of it.
You actually think so?
I think so.
I was voting for the Wolverines.
No, sorry, you're not involved in this Let's Play.
Oh,
You're
okay.
a guest right now.
Darn, okay.
Wait, will he say Kansas?
I think he will, yeah.
I'm gonna bet he will. I bet they programmed in every single state, and they made this guy sit there and go, Minnesota, Kansas, Michigan, South Dakota, like all the way through all of them. So I bet he'll say it.
But then everybody's like, Wyoming.
I will be attending Jayhawk Nation.
Yeah, no, they made him go through every single one.
Do they have to react to each and every one like that too?
No, they probably have him do it for each one.
They have a great, solid team, and I think I will fit in very well. So I want to thank you all for supporting me. Peace.
Rock, chalk, Jayhawk.
Here we come, Lawrence, Kansas.
Way down weak. Way down weak. Pop.
Daddy.
Pop. Vic, yo, Vic.
Let Mr.
Vic.
P do his thing. Go ahead, Mr.
Okay.
Wait, what is it? Why does he say wave that wheat? Is it
It's
because
like
of
a
Kansas?
slogan or something? I don't know.
So they did make them say all of those.
I like that nobody in this family talks about your disability.
I'm not doing that.
Freaking and vibing.
Oh my goodness, freaking and vibing. Yeah, he was running from the time he was 9 months old. I mean, really, the boy didn't crawl. He skipped that.
So do you think his mom's a MILF or no?
Yes.
Because like I think his mom looks out of the league of his dad.
Completely
I agree.
agree.
Yeah.
His dad's a weird looking guy.
Yeah, he kind of looks like a little weasel.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, a little
That's
bit.
why Cece's hot.
Everyone's hope.
Yeah, she's way out of his league.
Yeah, that's why Freak's hot too.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
Oh, I
twin.
thought Freak got the genes from the dad.
No, Freak got the genes from Trump.
So is the last name of this entire family Forsex?
Yes.
Correct, it is Frequency Forsex. That's what we go by.
Colin Forsex, please.
Oh, sorry about that.
Why is
how
his
do
name
I-
Colin, but people call him Freak?
Oh, that's her nickname.
That makes sense.
Colin Frequency Forsex.
It says we have
Okay.
75 upgrades available.
Colin
But-
Frequency Forsex.
How do you get points? That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah, they haven't explained it at all yet. Do we have to get to the pros first? We're dominating right now, so I think maybe we have to wait and get to the pros before we can start getting points and get drafted. Because they haven't even explained it yet, so it's got to be once we get there.
Yeah. Huh. Okay. Well, what do we want to do? It's 6 o'clock. You want to be done?
Oh, that's
You wanna
perfect. And we
continue
just
next
got
time?
to college too. So yeah,
We
we're
just got
golden.
to college. Do more next time.
Heck yeah, dude.